you done now?
And he joins us now. He's going to be hosting the Emmys this upcoming Monday on September the 12th. He joins us this morning right now on the phone. The legend, man. The legend, Kenan Thompson. Kenan, how's it going, man?
Going excellent. How are you this morning?
I'm doing great. How do you feel? I saw an article in Variety that described you as Saturday Night Live legend. How does that make you feel when you hear that?
It feels, man. You know, because I remember auditioning for it and I remember not even being allowed to audition yet because, I was rumored to be looking too young for the show and stuff like that. So to be on the other side of that mountain, it's just crazy. Never knew the valley could be so pretty.
I feel that, man. And now you're doing a lot of stuff. You recently just got your star on the Walk of Fame. Is that right?
Absolutely correct. Gold star for Kenan.
Who are you next to? Who are we next to? Do we like who we're surrounded by?
Sure. Anybody that's got their names in the concrete, I think certainly has earned it. I'm right next to Lauren, and I think Art Carney is on the other side, and I think Francis Ford Coppola is around there too. So,
wow. Good company. We're not mad about this.
Not at all.
Yeah, man. That's awesome. Well, congratulations to you. But now you're going to the Emmys. You're hosting an award show, which there have been some phenomenal award show hosts through the year. Chris Rock is one of them. Billy Crystal's another. Even if you go back in the legends of of yesteryear, when you talk about the Academy Awards, Bob Hope was great. Michael Che and Colin Jost, your cohorts, did a great job with the Emmys a few years ago. How does it feel to be hosting the Emmys, and what's the mentality going into it? Because sometimes being a host can be a thankless job.
The mentality, I think, is, like you just said, like trying to stand with those people that have done it before and been celebrated. You know what I mean? So I'm not trying to, half-step it or go out there and, just fart around and act like I'm unprepared or anything like that. I'm taking it very seriously, and my eyes, it's my job to kind of, lift people, throughout the night when they could possibly be down, it sucks not to win, and still have to kind of sit there or whatever. So, I just want people to just still be able to enjoy themselves, and I think that's kind of my job.
Absolutely, and it's the job of the host, but I guess, a lot of people don't realize all the work that goes into doing one of these shows. There's rehearsals, there's joke writing. Like, what's your process? Are you calling in, for the jokes and the monologue? Are you calling in people who you work with all the time? Are they giving you people they want you to work with? Like, kind of what's the process been?
It's a mixture of both. There's a team, the production team that, put the show up last year and stuff. So they have writers, and it's funny enough, I've known their writers, for years and years and years as well. And then, I brought, some people from SNL that I work closely with. And, we're collaborating that way. And I was only supposed to do 3 minutes in the beginning, monologue-wise. And we have way more than that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very, I don't want to say that I'm comfortable necessarily because it is on my mind and I do want to do well. But I don't feel as panicked as when I initially took the job because I'm not a stand-up comic, you know what I mean? So I don't just have jokes on the ready. So it's nice to start compiling them and feeling a little more prepared.
And I guess, too, being in front of an audience with the pressure on you, even though you're not a stand-up, isn't something that you're unfamiliar with given your tenure at Saturday Night Live. I remember watching that show, or the documentary, I think it was called Saturday Night, and the amount of work that goes into putting that show on the air on a week-to-week basis. And for you doing it as long as you have, I guess, man, how have you not gotten just burned out from it? How do you stop that from happening? How do you stop the burnout from occurring?
I'm a person that, my favorite thing in comedy is repetition, right?
Mm-hmm.
But can understand like how mundane redundancy can kind of drive people crazy, but Saturday night changes up every sketch. You know what I mean? So constantly fresh, and I don't know where 19 years went, honestly, because we're always focused on the next thing, next thing, next thing. So it's like never gets old. It never gets stale. You know what I mean? I never feel like I'm stuck in the mud or anything like that. Like stuck playing one character, like none of that kind of stuff.
And I mean, it gives you that, and you're always having a new host who comes in with their own ideas, things of that nature, and you're able to switch it up, like you said, and keep it fresh. What was that moment though for you like? When you were standing there on the Saturday Night Live stage, when Eddie came back to host, and you were there with him and Dave and Chris, and it was kind of a moment saying, you're amongst those legends. You've solidified your moment in the Saturday Night Live stage. Can you just kind of encapsulate what that must have felt like? Because these guys, they're my icons, and I'm not even a comedian. I can only imagine how much they mean to you.
About it, man. Like, it was so surreal. It was crazy. I definitely felt like that monologue would have been fine without me. You know what I mean? But shout out to Michael Chase for me in that moment, and I guess knowing that one of the cast members deserves to be up there, I guess, with those guys or something like that. Like I know all those guys, and the guy that I know the least is Eddie. You know what I mean? So to be able to stand and get to know him and spend a week with him, it was one of the greatest weeks of my life. It really was, because if there's one guy that I would say my entire family, would agree is a ginormous star and has brought so much entertainment and joy and laughs throughout the years, especially since I've been, kind of cognizant of stuff, like Eddie Murphy, without question. Like he's the original black movie star. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the guy, and he's so freaking talented. It was nice to see that talent on display, like, looking personal. You know what I mean? Especially on, semi good ideas that I might have had for the week or whatever, and just watching him trying to participate in everybody's, creative structures or whatever to bring laugh to people. It was amazing to watch, because at the end of the day, he's a performer. So, like, that was cool to witness. And, it was nice to meet, he's a man, and get to know him as a person. It was an amazing week. And it was Christmas. It was great.
Yeah, it was the greatest gift that you could have been given. And he had, at least from what we saw on television, zero dust on him as far as being able to deliver on that show. And I just heard that they started Beverly Hills Cop 4. Like, I just can't wait to see this movie. This might be incredible. Hey, look, I only got a couple more minutes with you. Want to ask you one thing, because I saw you do an interview with Charlemagne the God recently on his show. And you said something to the effect of, so many people out there, they either grew up with you or you helped raise them, something to that effect. And I'm one of those guys. I mean, I watched all that, Kenan and Kel. Good Burger is a classic. Good Burger's a classic here in H-Town, man. Everybody loves Good Burger here in Houston. But Mighty Ducks is a big one that you were a part of. I just saw something. Are you going to be in season 2 of Game Changers? Is this happening? Can we confirm this?
Game Changers? What is Game Changers?
The new Mighty Ducks series.
Oh, we've been trying to work that out. The scheduling just hasn't been cooperating, unfortunately. So no on that. But
okay.
I so, you know what I mean? Like, the thing Mighty Ducks is the family. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just created my NHL connection. That's why I've been hosting NHL awards the last couple of years and stuff like that. And I get to go to hockey games and I can skate. And it's like become, a part of my life that I never thought that I would ever have just in number one or, access to. Like, in Atlanta, there's not a lot of hockey rinks. There is like one or two, so it's just a very cool thing to be a part of. And, it's our fam. We always have these like 20-year reunions, 25-year reunions, and we're all still very young. So it's just crazy to be, attached to a franchise like that has meant so much to so many different people. And hopefully we can turn Good Burger into a franchise, not just the one movie.
Oh man, tell me, man, if we had another Good Burger movie, I think the internet would collectively lose it and appreciate it and love it, just like everybody, man, loves and appreciates you, Kenan Thompson. You're a legend, man. You're a legend. It's official. It's cemented. Your career, your legacy, man, is only so many people can dream and aspire to have the career that you've had, and you're going to continue doing it by hosting the Emmys this upcoming Monday, September the 12th. Man, I appreciate you so much for joining us this morning.
My pleasure, man. Thank you so very much for having me. Y'all have a great day, Houston.
Appreciate it. Kenan Thompson. Thanks, man.